multi-exclusive dimensional being Kyle with another exclusive. Today's video is going to be about how to become a mystic. Now, always question yourself when you hear or receive words dealing with the behind the scenes. Because understand and understand, you are already a mystic. You know what I'm saying? You have the power to be a mystic every day. You are mystical because you created this flesh that you're in and you now are experiencing. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever allow nobody to tell you how to be something or do something that you already have the tools within you. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get to mystics. You know what I'm saying? Now, mystic is basically an opportunity, a gift, a learning process. Of course, you're always going to get hit with the opposites, especially depending on the programs that you're in. And when I mean program, that means program. You know what I'm saying? That means you're like a remote being programmed by the person that's channeling. You know what I'm saying? Being used as a battery. And it's very important to always protect your energy and protect your battery when utilizing your mystic powers. And deep down inside of you, there's always going to be a reminder of what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. That's always your spirit telling you, oh, by the way, there's something that you have to look into. There's something that you have to be aware of. And it's not what's in front of you. It's what is within you. And of course, everything starts within. See, society told you to direct your within on the external basis. Now, when you do these things, understand and understand, you lack internal mysticism, aka you lack internal strength. You lack internal wealth. Know what I'm saying? Now look at it like this. It's a conscious, subconscious, unconscious illuminary. Now, when you know what you're getting yourself into, that's why it's always important to know thyself. And the only way by you knowing thyself is going within thyself. Because the within realm reality created the external realm reality. So whatever they told you or blindsided you by, these illusions, these words, these little realms or laws or concepts or religions or certain spiritual fake motherfuckers told you that you aren't these things, you aren't this, and these things are make-believe. They lied to you. They actually blindsided your mentality, brainwashed you, put a bunch of Clorox and bleach in your brains, internally detached and took out your motherfucking memory, your power, your imagination, your creativity, your belief. Is these three spiritual spectrums that you need to utilize on the day-to-day basis, and also create an equilibrium when you're expressing these things, because you can't do it without the four elements. The four elements is fire, which is passion, motivation, dedication, concentration, seeing and feeling. Water, intuition, feelings, emotions. Intellect will basically be with the air. Mental, thoughts, higher thinking, air. Element is earth. Earth is basically making sense out of things, being on time, building, getting down there, doing the groundwork, being practical, being consistent, making these things hard, structure, form, bringing these things into intuition. That's all you need to do. Now, on the other hand, they have you living backwards. They have you doing the opposite. And it's all about your power. It's all about how you're going to direct your power. Now, when you give up your power, it's going to be hard to get your power back depending on how long you was paying attention to certain things. But when you understand and understand that you always have the power within, you can always get your motherfucking power back. That's where you got to work hard towards. There's going to be a whole lot of challenges, a whole lot of sacrifices that you need to utilize to get your internal intuition back. And you need to get these things back, because if you don't get these things back, your spirit will forever be in frustration, dalmation, complication. And you don't want these things to basically play out into your everyday life. So what you need to understand and understand is you need to direct your motives, direct your intention, direct your intuition, and go for your highest metrum, your highest beliefs, your highest space, your highest craft. You need to be the person every day putting in that work, utilizing all your elements, having an equilibrium, having a balance, having a focus, having a powerful mindset, doing the internal work, doing the energy work, striving, utilizing whatever world that you want to create, you build within you. Stop reading the scripts. Stop allowing these motherfuckers to say you have to do this, you have to do that. You don't have to do nothing. You just have to be yourself. Know thyself. And when you do these things, you will put yourself in the heavens, aka your heaven. Not the heavens that they tell you. You don't want to go to someone else's motherfucking slave, aka mental slavery or internal or external hell. You want to create your own heaven. You want to direct your own demons. You want to control your own angels. You want to make sure these motherfuckers is bowing down to you. You want to make sure these motherfuckers is taking orders. That's what you want to do. You don't want to put yourself in a circumstance situation by allowing a motherfucker to tell you you have to do this or come through me for you to be mystical, or do this or do that to be mystical. Nah, you don't have to do none of that shit. You just have to believe in yourself. And the more you believe in yourself, the more you make time for yourself, the more you start to grow and develop the world and mentality and the life that you came here to live. Despite whatever you was resonating with when you was basically birthed through your parents when they was having intuition. Now, your parents put you in a lot of programs. You was going through a whole lot of shit. That's why it's always important to be very powerful with your mind. Because when you do leave this flesh, this body, you never know when it's going to be your day to leave. Depending on what you're into, depending on how you're developing your life on a day-to-day basis, this is what's going to determine and dictate what your next life is going to be. Are you leaving this life? Or are you coming back into this life with the same bullshit and a different family through the same flesh and blood? That's why it's always important to always be in the highest state of awareness, highest state of manifestation, the highest spectrum on a day-to-day basis, because you never know. You never know what's your next path or your next plan going to be. You just got to live every day like it's your last. And that's where it goes to deep, internal, mystical work. You have to go within yourself. You have to contemplate. You have to have clairvoyance, clarity. You have to clear everything out in order for you to basically receive on what you need to focus on towards. Now, it's very tricky because, you may not know what to do or how to activate your mystical powers. That's why it's important to also know thyself, which is, we about to get into this right now. Now, in astrology, you're supposed to check your houses. You know what I'm saying? You have 4 houses that's dealing with mysticism, aka mystical spectrums. Now, these 4 houses are basically controlling the zodiac sign. The zodiac sign ain't controlling the house. The house ruler is controlling the zodiac sign. So let's start it off right now. Your 8th house is basically the first, which is the behind the scenes. Motivation behind the scenes where nobody is seeing. You know what I'm saying? That's when the lights is off. That's when you're in the dark. You know what I'm saying? That's when nobody sees you. That's basically behind the scenes when we're talking about your mysticism. Now, the 2nd house would basically be the 9th house, which is basically experiences. You have to go through a whole lot of experiences. You have to learn. You have to gain wisdom, knowledge through experiences in scenarios. Now, you have to figure out where you have your 9th house at and what sign, and check that planet that governs that sign. So you can basically connect the interwines. Because you got the house, you got the zodiac sign, the planets. You know what I'm saying? You always got 3. Death comes in 3s. You know what I'm saying? Not in a good thing or not in a bad way, but you got to utilize these things for how you want to utilize them. And of course, you got in the 11th house on being unique. You know what I'm saying? Being in the unknown, the unfamiliar circumstances and situations. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, You got it on the 12th house, which is basically the subconscious. Know what I'm saying? Which is not dealing with consciousness, is dealing with the subconscious when you close your eyes and go within. Know what I'm saying? Real shit. That's your mystical houses.